The tariff slowdown has begun. Bookings of container shipments from China to the U.S. are down nearly 50% compared to a year ago, according to shipment tracker Vizion. In tonight's In Depth, CBS's Carter Evans goes to the country's busiest port.
Starting today, all cargo leaving China and heading to the U.S. will now carry a 30% tariff, which is a steep drop from that 145% tariffs that were in place for the past 6 weeks.
Port authorities are bracing for a major impact. According to Port of Seattle Commissioner Ryan Culkins, there could be a 40% drop in vessels and container traffic the next few weeks.
As tariffs on foreign imports begin to take effect, there has been rumors circulating online that ports have been seeing fewer cargo vessels, and the Port of Seattle is turning into a ghost town. Jessica Janner with our Verified team explains if there's any truth to those claims.
This is not a slowdown. This is a collapse. That's what the executive director of the Port of Los Angeles just said. With tariffs rising, cargo vanishing, and American ports turning into ghost towns, the biggest shipping disaster since the pandemic is already underway. Truckers are broke, shelves are going empty, and if something doesn't change fast, this crisis could take down the entire supply chain. What's causing this chaos? And what comes next? Let's break it down. The global economy runs on containers. When they stop moving, everything else does too. And right now, America's lifeline is snapping under pressure. From Trump's brutal tariff policies to mass cancellations at major ports, the crisis is snowballing. In this video, we take you deep into the ports, the trucks, the warehouses, and the boardrooms to show you the hidden collapse unfolding in real time. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because this is the story the mainstream media is only just beginning to report, and you need to stay ahead. It all started with Trump's aggressive tariff escalation. For 6 weeks, Chinese imports were slapped with a brutal 145% duty. That made it nearly impossible for companies to afford shipping goods into the U.S. Starting this week, that rate dropped to 30%. Still high, but far lower than before. But the damage is already done. According to Vizion, bookings from China to the U.S. are down almost 50% compared to last year. Importers hit the brakes. Ports stopped receiving regular traffic. And an eerie silence began to spread across America's busiest terminals. From Seattle to Savannah, container ports are reporting record drops. The Port of LA says incoming cargo is down 35%. Long Beach is close behind. Ships are skipping port calls, orders are being canceled, and terminal operators are watching berths sit completely empty. In Seattle, Commissioner Ryan Culkins predicts a 40% drop in vessel traffic in the coming weeks. While the Northwest Seaport Alliance hopes to receive 15 new ships soon, 12 of them are Chinese, and their arrival is uncertain. What started with a few late ships has now become what many call a freight famine. With no cargo to haul, truckers are the first to suffer. Independent operators who once hauled 50 containers a week are now lucky to move 10. Freight rates have dropped below survival levels. Contracts are going unfulfilled. One dispatcher called it a complete collapse of availability. Nav Gill, a trucking fleet owner in California, says his volume is down 60% in just 2 months. His drivers are scared. They're seeing smaller checks, bigger bills, and no end in sight. The North American Punjabi Trucking Association has issued a dire warning. Mass bankruptcies are coming within 60 days if nothing changes. The disaster isn't limited to the coasts. Inland logistics hubs in Dallas, Kansas City, and Chicago are crumbling. Containers are piling up or not showing up at all. In one Kansas City rail yard, over 2,000 containers have been stuck for more than a week without pickup. Some of these contain medical supplies, perishables, or back-to-school electronics, all time-sensitive. Rail terminals are backed up. Chassis are stranded in the wrong locations. There's no one left to move the freight, and the delays are compounding daily. Retailers are entering panic mode. Walmart and Target stocked up early, but those inventories were meant to last through spring. Now, shipments are stalling, and the pipeline is drying up. The National Retail Federation has slashed its outlook, expecting a 20% drop in import volumes. And for some sectors like clothing and toys, it could be worse. Small businesses are going under. Bankruptcy filings are up across California, Texas, and Florida. A Savannah-based furniture importer had to shut down completely after tariffs doubled their costs. "We are finished," the owner said. "The pain is rippling through every layer of the economy." While the crisis deepens, Washington is playing politics. Trump calls his tariffs a victory, but even his own advisors warn the supply chain is unraveling. Democrats blame tariffs, Republicans blame overregulation, and no one is taking real action. Port workers, truckers, warehouse crews, all are watching their hours shrink and their pay vanish. The International Longshore and Warehouse Union, ILWU, has warned of layoffs if the cargo volume doesn't recover. Less cargo means less work. Less work means missed rent, unpaid bills, and hungry families. As goods sit stranded, a new threat is rising: organized theft. Container theft is up 40% in Los Angeles and New Jersey. Thieves are targeting high-value shipments, electronics, cosmetics, consumer goods, with increasing precision. Some companies are hiring private security. Others are just writing off the losses. With security unraveling and the ports in chaos, law enforcement is stretched thin. It's not just about shipping delays anymore. It's about the security of America's commercial lifeblood. In a shocking twist, China and the U.S. just announced a 90-day pause on new tariffs. Sounds like good news? It's not. Importers are now rushing to flood the ports before the pause ends. Already, freight forwarders are booking every available slot. Chinese exporters are loading ships in a frenzy. Reports suggest over 1,000 ships could arrive in North America over the next 6 weeks. But the ports aren't ready. Staffing is short. Equipment is out of place. And if that surge hits unprepared terminals, it won't be a recovery. It'll be a full-blown shipping catastrophe. This isn't just about containers or tariffs. It's about people. Behind every delayed box is a paycheck, a hospital supply, a back-to-school shipment, a family-owned store. The collapse of trade is the collapse of lives. And if nothing is done, if policies aren't fixed, if support isn't delivered, then what's coming next could make 2020 look like a warm-up. Don't let this story go unheard. Hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to our channel so we can keep exposing the truth. And tell us in the comments, who do you think is to blame for this crisis? And what would you do to fix it? This is not a warning. It's already happening.